Hello everyone, my name is Ronald Kellist, and today I'd like to share a short awareness video on an important issue in environmental sustainability and engineering ethics. When we think about electric vehicles, EVs, we often see them as a symbol of a cleaner and greener future. They reduce air pollution, lower carbon emissions, and are widely promoted as a solution to climate change. But have you ever wondered what it takes to build an electric vehicle battery? Behind every EV is a complex supply chain that depends on minerals such as lithium and cobalt. While these materials help reduce emission on our roads, their extraction can create environmental damage, water shortages, and social challenges in mining communities around the world. This raises an important ethical question. When does a technology that is less bad than an alternative become good enough to be considered truly sustainable? Through the case study of electric vehicles, this video explores the threshold ethic questions and examine how different ethical perspectives help us evaluate the balance between environmental benefits and social costs. Around the world, transportation is a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. Cities struggle with traffic pollution, poor air qualities, and the growing impacts of climate change. This is why electric vehicles have become such an attractive solution. The current ethical dilemma. Electric vehicle clearly offers important benefits. They produce no tailpipe emissions and help reduce urban air pollution. Those are facts. No one can argue against us. However, every EV battery requires large quantities of lithium, cobalt, and other minerals that are so critical. Obtaining these materials comes at a cost that many consumers never see. And the question one can ask is what's inside an EV battery? Yes, what makes up the EV battery? The batteries that power electric vehicles depend on several critical minerals. Among those minerals, the most important ones are lithium and cobalt. While lithium stores energy, cobalt and nickel improve battery performance. Demand for these materials is increasing rapidly as EV adoption grows worldwide. And the question that comes next is where do these minerals come from? Well, much of the world's cobalt comes from the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, to the surrounding societies. While significant lithium supplies come from South America's Atacama region, especially in the country called Chile. These areas provide the raw materials needed for the global energy transition, but they also face serious environmental and social challenges. This raises an important ethical concern known as the displacement of harm. While pollution may decrease in wealthy cities, environmental damage and social costs may simply be transferred to mining communities. Reports have linked some mining operation to unsafe working conditions. As you can see from the images, the people in Congo, DRC, these reports have also linked water shortages and child labor in those mines. These impacts are often experienced by vulnerable communities that receive few of the benefits generated by the products built from these resources. This leads to what philosophers call the threshold problem. Every technology causes some harm. The real question is not whether harm exists, but how much harm society is willing to tolerate before a technology becomes ethically acceptable. Well, and this is where different ethical theories provide different answers to the threshold problems. The utilitarianism by Jeremy Bentham, the deontology by Immanuel Kant, and environmental justice by Robert Ballard and David Skolberg. The utilitarianism focuses on outcomes. If electric vehicles reduce sufferings and improve well being for billions of people, then the overall benefits may outweigh the harms experienced by smaller groups. Deontology, on the other hand, takes a different approach. It argues that people should never be treated merely as a means to an end. From this perspective, child labor or violation of human rights remain wrong regardless of the environmental benefits achieved. Environmental justice asks a different question: who receives the benefits and who bears the cost? A technology cannot be considered truly sustainable if one group enjoys the advantages while another suffers the consequences. And now, in finding a solution, many scholars support a conditional threshold approach. Instead of asking whether EVs are completely good or completely bad, they ask whether the remaining harms can realistically be reduced or eliminated over time. And therefore, among the solutions being proposed is new batteries technologies are already reducing dependence on cobalt. Recycling systems are expanding and sustainability standards are becoming more common. And so, in answering the threshold question, we ask, so when does less bad become good enough? Well, three conditions seems necessary so that the less bad can become good enough. The technology must significantly outperform alternatives. Also, avoid irreversible harm. And the last is to include a genuine commitment to addressing its remaining impacts. And so, electric vehicles, in reaching a conclusion, are not perfect yet. Well, neither are the technologies they seek to replace perfect. The challenge is not simply choosing cleaner technologies, but ensuring that environmental progress is achieved without sacrificing justice, human dignity, or future generations. Perhaps the real goal is not to find perfect solution, but to keep making imperfect solutions better. Sustainability is not a destination, it is a process of continuous improvement. Thank you.